support, but there were three people in particular that I got a lot of support from. I go back to my mom. My mom invited me to go to Mass every day in Lent to receive the Eucharist, to get just reacquainted with Christ in my life. And it brought me a tremendous amount of just comfort. And then my sister Mary Pat. My sister Mary Pat's got the biggest heart out of anybody I know. There she is raising her hand. And she shared her heart with me, which I am incredibly grateful. And then the Brodsky family, I can't tell you enough about the impact they've had on my life. I called Mike, and I said, Mike, is there a chance I can get an opportunity for a job, to compete for a job at Rockford Products? Mike's dad was the president of Rockford Products. And Mike got to his dad, and I got that opportunity to get a job at Rockford Products. But then I lived in Chicago, and I had to move up to Rockford. Mike let me sleep in his basement for weeks. I probably overstayed my welcome because I didn't have any money. When I graduated from Mike's house, I went to the Rockford YMCA on the Rock River until I had enough money to get a car and get an apartment. But I am incredibly grateful for that. But Mr. Brodsky was my greatest mentor. I worked with him for a little over 2 years, and he showed me what true leadership is. He was deeply caring about every employee in that company. And I have tried to pattern myself after Mr. Brodsky, who had a big impact on my life, and then Mrs. Brodsky. Mrs. Brodsky was like my mom away from my mom. She truly, truly gifted me, the whole Brodsky family, with a lot of love. She would have us over at Sunday night dinner times at their house. Like Mike said, it was Bill McGrath, myself, Sam Helvin, and Mike. And they were like family away from our family. This is what the Brodskys meant to me. They were incredibly important in my life. And I'm incredibly grateful for the gifts that you gave me then and forever. But I wouldn't be the same without the Brodskys. We want to recognize one of our teammates. His name was John Anderson. John was a three-sport athlete in high school. Played soccer, hockey, and baseball. He came to Rockford and was a two-sport athlete. He played baseball and soccer. John was a left-handed pitcher and an outfielder. John was the heart and soul of our team. He was the spirit that drove all of us. The only difference between us and John had one arm. And if anybody complained about anything, it just didn't mean anything, because this guy was the most competitive, intense. He was the heart and soul of our team. And the only thing I would ask, and my teammates as well, is that somehow we find a way to get his memory to live forever at Rockford. Okay. That's the impact that that man had on all of us. I want to thank my family, friends, teammates, coaches. I will say a couple things about coaches before I'm done. We had two great coaches. Coach Bornkamp for 2 years and Coach Langston for 2 years. And they had a lot of similarities. They recruited the same type of student athletes. Competitive, intense, out to win every game, little chip on our shoulder, but team was everything. And that was a similarity they had. They believed in us. Coach Langston and Coach Bornkamp believed in us. Believed in us so much that they scheduled Division I teams for us to compete against. And then they were great men, great coaches, great fathers, great husbands, had a huge impact on us. And Coach Langston, just the last point, he found a way to take a team that lost a lot of games and make us a complete winner. And Coach, we are all very, very grateful for what you did for us in those 2 years. Coaches, for the impact you had on all of our lives and the memories that we will have forever. May the grace and peace and mercy of our Lord be with all people. Thank you.